Jets doubling down on Le'Veon.
I mean, they should. Didn't they already cut Tremaine Johnson?
I don't think they officially cut him yet, but they're
There's a
going
lot
to.
of
They're
guys who
planning
are
on
going
it.
to get officially cut, but
I think a lot of stuff's pending on the CBA.
and like especially with the Jets because they need two of everything. Like you can't really afford to just crap on a former All-Pro running back. So yeah,
So
it definitely wasn't his fault. You might want to talk some sense into Sam Darnold.
with that, I'll give you a couple of minutes if you want to talk about the XFL, or we can just move on to the rants.
Cool. So XFL update. The Wildcats pretty much saved their season with a 39-9 curb stomping of the DC Defenders. Cardale Jones probably had the worst game of his life. Oh, it was bad. Like halfway through the second quarter, he had more interceptions than completions. He only completed he had like 136 passing yards, 13 for 26, 136 passing yards, and 4 interceptions. And 2 of them were horrendous. Like, Mike Stevens caught one, and I was like, fam, how did you not see the safety over the top? They were clearly playing zone. He was kind of forced into former Wildcats receiver Rashad Ross. But, yeah, the defense played lights out, and it's funny because Winston Moss, he was like, I have a picture of him where they hit him with Gatorade, and his face is just dead silent. Like, he's just so mad. Because, like I said, Nick Brissett, former LSU running back, scored that touchdown late. The defense kind of ran out of gas in the fourth quarter. They kind of lightened up. They had pretty much put straps on that defender offense, highly touted defender offense, for like, let's say, 3.5 quarters. Last like 6 minutes of the game, that's when they gave up the touchdown. Defense played great. Offense played great. Josh Johnson had one of his best games, probably, period. Tremaine McBride, who got traded from the Defenders to the Wildcats for Rashad Ross. Winston Moss was like, somebody asked him, how's it feel finally seeing McBride out there? He's like, it's about damn time. Because he had been hurt. So he came with a big game, 5 catches, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. Spruce had another good complimentary game, 2 catches, like 75 yards. But Martez Carter stole the show with 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving, and the man like backflipped into the end zone on like 2 of them, and then did like 3 front flips. Like, he did so many flips, it's insane. Like they call him Mr. Entertainment.
NFLPA alumni,
Yep.
Collegiate Bowl alumni. I mean,
Yep. By the way, a lot of NFLPA guys got invited to the combine, and some of them did it right for themselves. Like Darryl Mooney, the Tulane receiver who ran a 4.38. But, yeah, Carter scored 3 touchdowns. Larry Rose, the third, scored a touchdown. And those 2 reminded me of, like, Mark Ingram and Kamara. Like, when you see 2 teammates generally that happy, they came into the press conference lit, having so much fun. And it was good seeing them, like, talk about their rise. And because, you know, Carter went to Grambling State, and then Rose went to New Mexico State. Not necessarily considered 2 powerhouses for football, but here those 2 guys are. They both scored touchdowns. So it was really great to see that they kind of powered through to get that win. And the defense is playing at an all-time high.
who do the Defenders play next? And
The New York
what are you
Guardians.
looking forward to?
The New York Guardians is Sunday, but it's away. It's at New York at 11 a.m.
But you can still watch it.
Yeah, I'm still going to watch it. It's on
What are you looking forward to?
Honestly, I want to see if that offense keeps clicking because McBride was out there mossing people. And then you got Kermit Whitfield, who's a playmaker. And Spruce is just Mr. Consistent. He's like second in the AFL in receiving yards. And now that, Elijah Hood was hurt, so you had Carter and Rose. They still haven't had a running back average 4 yards a carry yet in the game. But they established the run early with Carter and Rose. And the play action was hidden.
Elijah Hood stands in Raider Nation. That was a thing.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, he's a fullback." I was like, "Yeah, he was nice at North Carolina, but
they were saying he was going to be nice in the league, but he just Never caught on. He was hurt, and then he was out of shape, and he was gone.
Yeah, but those defensive backs for the LA Avengers are smacking people and strapping everybody up.
You mean defenders? Avengers is from the defunct AFL.
I said defensive backs, right?
But you said Avengers defense.
Oops, my bad. Sorry. The Wildcats, well, they're definitely avenging those first 2 games of the season. But the coaches, Winston Moss said, I give the players all the credit for this win because I challenged them as men this week. And they answered the call. He was like, I wasn't expecting Harlan Miller to. He gave a speech so tremendous. He's like, I didn't know you had it in you. Ahmad Dixon, former Baylor safety, smacking people. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can continue that offensive output that they have. If they can get on teams early, and they got on the defenders early, that's supposed to be one of the best defensive teams in the league. And Cardell's this athletic talent, and he had probably the worst game of his life. Pep Hamilton was like, all credit to them. But I know this is a mature team, and they're tough, and we're going to get back. Because he said, honestly, this is the only adversity we faced all year. So it was good to see, some guys kept fighting. But we're going to get back to it next week. So there's only one undefeated team left. I think that's the St. Louis Battlehawks. But it'll be interesting to see if the Wildcats can beat the Guardians and get to 2-2. Because the season's starting to heat up. And I feel like this team, they are hot and they are peaking at the right time with how great their defense is playing and their offense is finally clicking. And Josh Johnson had a hamstring injury, and he's getting better and better each game, more and more mobile. For a guy who was coming out running a 4.4 early in his career, he can run. So it's good seeing the line coming together. And mostly, they're just a fun team to cover. They're just always hype all the time. It's refreshing to watch.
Well, it's like you said, for the love of football. So with that, let's get to the rants.
And their social media team is petty because they got it. They put up all the tweets that Rashad Ross had after the game. It was like, I guess this doesn't work out the way you wanted it to. I was like, damn, they went there.
So let's start with the lovely Serve, since we haven't heard from you in a minute. How you doing, Serve? What's up? Speak your mind.
I've been good, busy, trying to keep myself busy, tired, but hanging in there. Nothing much, same shit, different day, and I plan on. Well, I don't want to speak into it because then if I don't do it, you guys are gonna hold me accountable. But
so now you might as well say it anyway.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I have something planned for the next couple weeks. In the next couple weeks, I'm pretty excited for it. And yeah.
Wow. Okay.
What's my spiel?
What a teaser.
What's my spiel?
You want me a backwood for my birthday?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I do.
Oh, you forgot, didn't you? I didn't forget. I'm older.
But we know who her favorite co-host is. Because I got a wood on my shit.
Oh, yes. I owe you a wood.
Wow.
It's okay.
I didn't even say anything. She brought it up on Twitter. I was like, happy birthday to a real one. I'm going to get you a birthday backwood. And I purposely waited 2 weeks and didn't say nothing.
He said something on last week's show, too.
During Black History Month, huh?
I got you. Don't worry. I got you.
I see how it is.
But yeah, my spiel. What do I always say? Shout out to y'all. I fuck with y'all. Y'all say fuck with me, even though I've been MIA. I'm still here, even though I'm MIA. I'm still here, but I fuck with y'all, and I see y'all making moves
in the class. You only show up on test day.
But I see y'all been making big moves for the past couple weeks. So, yeah, it's dope, and yeah, that's it.
All right. So, yeah, it's been a crazy week. I'm just thankful things are kind of shaping up. And it's funny, when life puts you in a situation where you kind of have to just be somebody's emotional anchor. I've been a lot of that lately. And I'm embracing it because I know when I needed an emotional anchor, I had people there for me. So I'm excited. Oh yeah. So I just want to point this out. The jokes that they've been throwing at Deion Cole for wearing bell bottoms has been hilarious. Like, he's a comedian on Blackish from Chicago. But, like, he made a good point. Like, certain black celebs wear some crazy stuff. They get killed for it. But then white dudes wear the same thing. Like, the Harry Styles from whatever the former group he was in wears the same outfit. Nobody says anything. Y'all got to really cool it with some of these celebrities wearing certain things, and then y'all picking and choosing who you're going to kill for wearing it. But I'm here for the jokes, always. Mostly, I just want to say blessings to everybody. No matter what you're going through this week, just know that you didn't make it this far. You didn't get this far just to, get this far. So keep trucking along. Believe in yourself. And may you all have a blessed and happy and positive week.
All right, man. Well, I got a lot of shit to talk about, so that's why I want to go last. First of all,
yeah, there you go.
First of all, shout out to Hoops Talk. Shout out to the Forever Fan Freer. Their producer, Kendall, officially picked her NBA team. And if you didn't know, I put my pitch in for the Clippers. Clip City, Chip City. And we finished in fucking third. We finished in third below the fucking Suns. Are you kidding me? I almost Soldier Boy'd in the middle of traffic. I literally almost got out of my car and looked. Drake? That was the mood today. I was like, are you serious? But ultimately, she went with the Portland Trailblazers, which you can't really knock. Obviously, Dame Lillard's a hell of a guy. He does a ton in the community. He's a heck of a basketball player. He's an assassin. He's not afraid. He's from Oakland. He's a Raiders fan. He's got Raiders tatted on him. So, if anything, I can't knock the Blazers. It's a good pick. Portland's a great city. They have cool uniforms. They have a solid history. So, welcome to the NBA family, Kendall. Welcome to Petty NBA Twitter. And, yeah, still Clip City, Chip City, because we got a team of goons and ain't nobody trying to see us. Hopefully, the Blazers can make it in the playoffs. But
actually got a championship.
Hopefully the Blazers can make it to the playoffs this year because, like I said, I'm a big Dame fan. I fuck with CJ. He's trying to be a real journalist, so I fuck with him for that. And, yeah, obviously Melo, so shout out to the Blazers. All right, man, so on a much heavier note, I have some, unfortunate news to report. My grandfather died this past weekend. Yeah, so it's been a wild ride this past week. I was planning to go see him on Saturday morning, and he passed that night. And so I've been having a lot of stuff going on this week. Just overall, that's one of the reasons why I went to go see him as soon as he was sick, because I knew these next couple of weeks were going to be really busy with the Laker games. I had a couple of conferences. I had a couple of other local events that I needed to attend. And so I've just been really grinding this week, and I'm doing that for one because I know that, that's what he would want me to do. He would want me to keep working. He would want me to do my opportunities. My grandpa was the one who used to take me between, my mom and my dad a lot. So, and whenever he would drop me off at my dad's, he would always tell me, work hard and don't quit. And it's pretty much what I've been doing my whole life. And in his old age, that turned into work hard and raise hell. And it's pretty much what I'm doing still. But yeah, it's for me, it's a lot of mixed emotions just because there's so many intertwining complexities to my grandpa dying, beyond just my grandpa being dead and no longer having him in my life and not having him when I walk into a room go, hey, Mio, just that handshake, so many of our conversations just always ended with, we'll talk or I'll talk. And it's like,